Hi guys, Mr. Chase here. Welcome back to another video. We're starting a new unit today on polygons, and this first lesson is going to be on the area of polygons. And I want to make sure today that you're taking notes. So make sure that you grab a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, and that you have that handy. If you need to pause the video right now to go get that, do it. But you need to write stuff down because you're going to use the notes when you do the assignment later in the week, tomorrow or the next day. So first couple things here, when we're talking about area of polygons, right? Area is always in square units, right? So whether that's centimeters squared or feet squared, right? It's always in squared units. That's because it's a two-dimensional measurement, okay? A one-dimensional measurement would be like, finding the perimeter of something. Area is a two-dimensional measurement, and then the three-dimensional, right? Three-dimensional is going to be volume, okay? That's the three-dimensional, and that would be, right, think about it, that'd be centimeters cubed, because it's three dimensions, because it's two dimensions, or just for the perimeter, centimeters is one dimension, okay? You are going to use the formula for each shape, so make sure that you write down these formulas and make it as part of your notes. And again, have your note sheet ready. So when you do these assignments, when you do the work on these things, and you're working with a circle, you need to have that handy. We need to do the area of a rectangle. You want to have that handy. And then when we get to area of compound shapes, putting more than one shape together, then you're really going to need that note sheet. So have it handy. I hope you've already started writing some stuff down. Okay, so first example, all right, 11 centimeters, and a right angle in the corner. Well, that tells me that this is a square, okay? Area of a square equals, right, I'm just putting an S there, or you know what some people like to do? They actually like to draw that actual shape. A square, area of a square is side squared, okay? Because the side is the same on both, the area is just 11 centimeters squared, or 11 times 11. Area equals 121 centimeters squared. Okay, that's the formula. I'll try to highlight these or make sure you have them. The area formula for a square. Okay, now another four-sided figure. Doesn't have the same length and width, though, like a square did, okay? So the area, this time, of a rectangle, okay? Area of a rectangle is length times width. Many of you know that already. 19 times 8, okay? Well, 20 times 8 is 160. So 8 less than that has to be 152 centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. Okay, and here's the formula you'll need to know for rectangles. Triangle. Okay, now a triangle. A couple different things about this. A triangle always used to be, it came from a four-sided figure, okay? And then they took off half of it. So it's a lot like a rectangle in that it's going to be the length times the width, but it's only half of it. So it's length times width divided by 2. Okay? Length times width divided by 2. Let's fill in the numbers. Area equals, the length is 12. And the width, well, there's no number here, but it does have that same mark, that one slash mark. That's telling me this is 12 inches as well. 12 times 12, 144. 144 divided by 2 is 72. Inches times inches is inches squared. Okay, half of what it would have been if it was a rectangle or a square. Okay, circle. This is going to be a good one. Circle, okay? All right. We have 14 millimeters. That's our diameter. But for the area of a circle, remember, it's pi times the radius squared. So we need to know the radius. So that's going to be 7 millimeters. Okay, half of the diameter. And let's fill in some numbers. Okay, pi and our radius, which is 7. Okay, so area equals 49 pi. Now guys, make sure that you do the squaring of the radius before you multiply it by pi. I caught some kids doing that last unit where they would go 7 times pi and then square it. Remember the order of operations. Anything in parentheses, anything at exponents, right? Any multiplication or division, and then addition or subtraction, right? That exponent on the 7 comes before multiplying. So you got to make sure you do that first. And I'll use my calculator to go ahead and do 49 times pi. And that's going to be area equals 153.9 millimeters squared. Okay, again, that should be a review from last unit. And the last one, okay, have a nice trapezoid here, okay, awesome. So here's what a trapezoid is, right? We have two parallel sides that are not equal to each other, right? This angle's in, this angle's in. Think about the formula here with me, okay? It's going to be, right, the base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. So the top and the bottom, add those together and divide it by 2. Pretty much find the average of those. Times, right, the bases times the height, okay? Right? So base 1, the top, plus base 2, the bottom. Divide that by 2. Multiply it by the height. So in this case, it's base 1, 7, plus base 2, 11, divided by 2, times the height of it, 4. Now, make sure you get those numbers in the right spot because it's important. The bottom obviously is 11 inches, the top is obviously the 7 inches, and the height is obviously the 4 inches, okay? See if I can carry this over. 7 plus 11 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 times 4 is, I'll write it up here, 36, and it's inches squared. Okay, let me review that one more time. Hopefully you finish writing it down, and then you can just listen this time, right? It's base 1 plus base 2. 7 plus 11. Divide it by 2. So you're pretty much finding the average of the two sides. 7 plus 11 divided by 2 times the height of it, which was 4. 9, that came from adding, then dividing. 9 times 4, 36 inches squared. Okay? Now, hopefully, you were able to take some notes as we went through that. Okay? You will be all set to look for the assignment tomorrow where you'll practice a couple of squares, practice a couple of rectangles, couple of circles, couple of trapezoids using these formulas, okay? And as I said, I wanted to make sure you had those. That's the one you need for a trapezoid, okay? All right, hope you guys are doing well. Can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.